Here's what chameleon said about the border before she ran for president.
We have to have a secure border, but I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct.
I believe if someone crosses over the border illegally, it is illegal, and you would decriminalize it.
I would not make it a crime punishable by jail. It should be a civil enforcement issue.
I know what a crime looks like, and I will tell you, an undocumented immigrant is not a criminal. An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal.
And now here's what she is saying now that she is running for president.
Donald Trump does not care about border security. He only cares about himself. And when I am president, I will work to actually solve the problem.
Look in the mirror for the source of that problem, Ms. Border Czar. Does she not remember that under President Trump, the border was under control? And not only has the Biden-Harris regime allowed an estimated 20 million illegals to invade this country from over 180 countries, but they've incentivized this invasion with free housing, debit cards, health care, and more.
So you support giving universal health care, Medicare for all, to people who are in this country illegally?
Let me just be very clear about this. I am opposed to any policy that would deny in our country any human being from access to public safety, public education, or public health, period.
Do you know we're even paying for illegals who are transitioning into becoming women? So while you and I pay hundreds of dollars a month for our health insurance, struggle with those ridiculously high deductibles, you just heard it right there from the Border Czar's mouth that she wants to use your tax dollars to pay for free health care for illegals. And she wants to also decriminalize all border crossings. This is the Harris plan.
How y'all doing and welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get something for you and them little babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, click around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link's down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting a whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player, big word, I hear any goddamn screen. We do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all. What it do, man. Happy Friday. Happy STD Friday. What's going on out here in these wonderful streets? What is y'all looking like? Let me refresh. Hell, I think the notifications that may be going out. out here on this wonderful Friday, October the 18th, 2024. We almost to the end of the month. Like I keep trying to tell you good people, make sure that y'all got your money right. Go ahead on and pay the people that you owe. Shout out to We Count Money over here for the $1 cash app. You say, do you think it's wise for a 55-year-old to buy a house? 55 then? Yes. Yeah, wait, hold on. It's kind of like a yes and no. Is that like a male or a female? I don't, because it's different things. See, because males tend to be able to fix stuff without wasting a lot of money. Men tend to be more handy with their hands. Tend to be more handy with their hands out here in these streets, and that is what cut the costs out here on Earth when you was able to repair some things by yourself. But as far as, should you buy a home? That's a real good question. Because they do have these 55 and up communities and things like that right there. But what I have been seeing with those, they have been going up on their rent and their community expenses and stuff like that right there. So maybe it's good to get one, but if you're gonna get a house, at 55, make sure that it is one of the cheapest houses that you can find, so you can be paying the less ever. You need if you is buying a home, you need to be paying as less mortgage as you can, especially at 55, because typically around 55 you about at a set income. You was at pretty much a set income. So you should not be buying a $200,000 house. It makes no sense. You should be like $100,000 and less if you're going to buy, because you can still get that 30-year mortgage, right? You ain't gonna pay it off. That's not even the point, to pay it off, because you may not even much live that long. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Give y'all something to pat on the back, man. Y'all made it over 100 by 9 after the hour. I appreciate that right there. That's a really good question. And it also depends on how healthy you are. It depends on how healthy you are, and can you get that home under 100,000? Shout out to Phyllis for the $1 cash app. Say happy Friday, procedure on Monday. Keep me in your prayers. Oh, shout out to Phyllis out here in the street, praying for Phyllis out here. Oh man, I hope that your procedure go well. I really, really do, man, because we got to stay on earth. We got to stay on earth as long as we can. He say, Willie say, buy a shed from Home Depot. Listen, them sheds is going for what, 8,000-9,000 or something like that right there? If you got a little lot, you get one of those right there. Get you the little tiny house, because listen, like the older that you tend to get, you really realize that you don't be needing all that space. We be wanting 5,000 square feet and all that fly shit right there. Yeah, it's cute when you're younger. And it's also cute, like, if you got like some kids to clean up them 5,000 to 8,000 square feet. Well, that's mansion styles and everybody. Well, anyway, if you have a lot of people to help you clean up your square footage, then all right, that shit cute. But the older you get, you realize there's some rooms that you don't even go in. There's some spaces of your home that you do not even go into. Say, Willie, when did you realize that it is all about you and nobody else? Oh man, what, like 20? How old am I? I would say probably about 25 years ago. Probably about a good 25 years ago. Good, decent 25 years ago. To where it clicked that I am the most important person on the planet. I come before you, just like in the alphabet. I come before everybody. I know a lot of you all is afraid to say that you come first because you got kids. It is hilarious. I come before everybody. I love me some me. I love me some me. I promise you that right there. I enjoy me. I enjoy being around me. I can make me feel good. I can. I'm trying to tell you something. I enjoy me. A lot of y'all don't enjoy you. A lot of y'all don't like to be by yourselves, man. I enjoy being by myself. Like, I really enjoy what we would call me time. Me time is very, very important. I think everybody should have me time to spend time with self. But like I just said, a lot of us, we really don't like ourselves. We can't entertain ourselves, and that is like a major problem in my mind, because a lot of us, we came up being around a lot of people all the doggone time, and everything we did with other people and all that. And I think that really messed people up, just in my opinion. To put on your oxygen mask first. Self-preservation, for real.
Say crack myself up. I'm trying to tell you, like I literally enjoy being around me. And then anything I want to do, I just go ahead on and do it. I don't have to wait and check in with somebody. Anything I want to do, I'm going to do it. Yeah. Once you get to that point and you're like, yeah, team introvert, I'm trying to tell you. Once you get to that point in your life, I really do believe that now you're starting to live. Now you're really starting to live to where you come before everybody. And it don't mean that you don't love your friends and your family and your kids and all that. It's just mean it just mean that you came to the realization that you was the most important person on the planet. That's all it means. And you may start to take you serious. Take you serious. We got some news, y'all. We got some news. I saw some, man. I saw a lot. I don't like when you ask people questions, like they give you this long ass soliloquy. I think that's the name of it. Soliloquy, or this long ass paragraph, instead of just answering your question. And then if you want to add on to the answer, then fine. But when the question is asked, just answer the question. If it requires a yes or no, give the yes or no, and then explain if you need to explain. You know, I don't like to talk to like liars. You can lie, fine. You can do you. I don't like to have conversations with liars. Well, let me correct myself. Everybody is a liar. I don't like to have conversations to where you can show somebody this is what you said or this is what you did, and they be like, no, it was such and such and such. Instead of them just saying, yes, I said it, yes, I did it, and if you have a need to explain, go ahead and explain. My thing is, like, when you caught red-handed, all right, yeah, I did it, and what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. He said, I only lie to the drug test people. Listen. Lying isn't bad. Listen. Lying isn't bad. I say I got a problem with people who be lying to me when I can show them that they lying, and then they won't just say, all right, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, and then that's when I go to removing people out of my life and all that fly stuff. I really don't want to have a conversation with you. It's a waste of my time. I can't learn anything from you because you would not keep it, like we say, 100. Lying is the thing that we have been thriving on all of our lives. The lie, and I've been pointing that out for the longest. The lie is what has been keeping society going the way that society is going. When you tell the truth, people think that you're crazy. People think that you need to be like in the hospital. So it's something wrong with you because you're telling the truth. So we're all liars. The first people who taught us to lie was our parents. Somebody breath stain. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, somebody fat and sloppy. Oh, don't say that. You're going to hurt their feelings. And this is how adults talk to children. You shouldn't say that. That. Someone's going to get offended, and that hurt. See, children tend to tell the truth. Children start off telling the truth. We, as the adults and the parents and adults in society, we ruined the children, not the children. Lying became something different when the fake it till you make it got popular. There you go. Got a good point with that right there. Yes, our parents taught us how to be two-faced. For real. Which is also, watch this. And this is why we need to rethink everything that we've been taught. Shout out to Donald for the $5 cash out Friday support. I appreciate that right there. For real though. This is why we need to rethink everything. And I don't care if you love your mama and your daddy. You need to question everything that they told you too. Because the people who had done told you and taught you stuff, they typically only was able to teach you or tell you what they knew. For the most part, they didn't think it through. We was taught, groomed, and raised to, like you say, be two-faced, right? And then them same parents would get mad when you lie to them. We go through the same thing. For us right now, who is parents, we've taught our children to lie. But when they lie to us, we get mad. Hell, we even have a saying, listen, you lie to them motherfuckers, but you tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Which it's hard for a child sometimes because they do understand when a person finds out the truth, they get punished for telling the truth. A lot of times when people tell a lie, they get away with whatever they had done did. So when the parent is saying, you lie to them, but you tell me the truth, if I tell you the truth, I'm going to get my behind whooped. So it's like a cognitive dissident type thing out here. We be confusing the hell out of children. And now we done started with, you can be any gender that you want to be. You see what I'm saying? It's all confusing. Fayetteville, North Carolina is in the building. What to do? Say I'm late, but I am here. Say, what up, Pastor Willie and chat fam? What's happening? You say, yes, Willie, there is a Easter bunny. This is what I'm talking about. The Easter bunny lay eggs. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. So parenting is horrible. Watch this. I just thought about it. This may hit hard. None of us are good parents. You say Diddy is the Easter bunny. Listen. None of us are good parents. We claim that lying is wrong. A lot of people scream, I don't like a liar. But you teach children how to be liars. And you yourself, who don't like a liar, is a liar. Shout out to Sarah for the $5 super chat. He say, Willie, put this on the t-shirt. It say, if you say it, then own what you have said. I like that right there. If you said, God damn it, just stop with the lies. But yeah, we are all bad parents. We refuse to raise our children with the truth. We refuse it because we also know when our children go outside that they have to basically play the game that everybody else is playing, or they will not have any friends or, any type of peers that they can kick it with if they was taught to tell the truth. And say, truth is better for me. Yeah. Just saying though. Y'all, let's go on and get into this stuff right here. We got some news. We have a tow truck driver. Let's start out with the tow truck driver thing. Got a tow truck driver who done been shot 8 times. Now, why would somebody shoot a tow truck driver 8 times out here in these streets?
New at 6 o'clock, a repo man says he was shot 8 times while repossessing a van. He's now fighting to recover.
And his family.
You guys shot for repossessing a van.
Desperate to get information about the shooting.
Yeah, Tracy Bragg joins us live from the medical center with the family story tonight. Tracy?
That beautiful baby right there got on a skirt We do not get to see skirts anymore. Ladies, what's going on with y'all? Why is y'all not wearing skirts? It's so many of y'all wearing pantsuits and shit. Y'all still on the pantsuit stuff. We need skirts and sundresses. It's still the summer. Go ahead.
That's right. As you can imagine, this is a very difficult time for this family. That man that you mentioned, the repo man, his name is Benjamin Bolton. He's actually hooked up to a ventilator right now inside the hospital you see behind me. And making matters worse, his mother actually tells me that HPD has been shutting her family out.
You say what kind of van was it? Yes, and I would love to know the year of the van. Because was it worth shooting somebody? Depends on the year of the van. You know what I'm saying?
As a mother, I fell to the ground because I thought he was dead.
Heart-wrenching words from Rhonda Bolton about her son Benjamin, who right now is fighting to recover after a nearly deadly day on the job as a tow truck driver contracted to do repossession work.
He had repossessed a van with the keys. He was in it, driving it, because he had already repossessed another vehicle with his tow truck.
That's when she says the routine job turned into what she's calling an ambush.
The people that owned it saw it, and they followed him. The one vehicle got in front of him and slowed him down. The other vehicle pulled up beside him, and they just unloaded on him. Anywhere, what we were told, from 13 to 16 shots.
Benjamin was shot 8 times, including in the back, arm, side, and pelvis.
You said they're still going to lose the van and get a charge, right? This is just stupid.
He lost his spleen. He had diaphragm damage. Liver was pierced. His colon, his stomach. I mean, he's just like from head to toe a mess.
As for the investigation into the shooting, Houston police tell me following the gunfire, officers detained 3 people, but later released them as they wait for more evidence, including a statement from Benjamin.
All they told me is, when your son is able to talk, call the precinct.
And tonight, Ron
call us when you wake up.
Says that's where the communication with police ended.
I've contacted the police department. I was told they couldn't verify I was his mother on the phone, so they won't tell me anything. They gave me a detective's email, which I've emailed. I've heard nothing.
A very difficult situation for that family there. I have to say that earlier today, I reached out to HPD on Rhonda's behalf, sharing her contact information and her concerns, hoping someone from the department would reach out to either her or a member of her family. And I'm happy to tell you that right now, minutes ago, Rhonda actually texted me letting me know that someone from the department has finally reached out to a family member. I'll send it back to you all.
That's what's up. He said that van was probably full of someone's livelihood, tools or something. You might got a point right there. You may have a point right there. My problem is, why they ain't show the truck? Nope. Why didn't they show the van? I was trying to see like the tow truck and the van. But maybe this is the truck, but somebody should have came around the other side with a camera to show us the van that he had done towed. And then you got to think about this right here. So some fools done decided to give up their life about the van. What is wrong with people? I don't say, is it a Sprinter van? That's a good point. That is a good point. They're not going to get the van back. They're not going to get the van back. Hell, the van probably need a transmission or something. There's no telling. Shout out to Francis for the $1 cash app. He say he was on my 600-pound show. No. Who, Buddy? Buddy looked real familiar. Buddy looked real familiar, though. Damn, boy, I hope that you make it on out there, pimp. I hope you make it on out now. I don't know. Maybe they can sue the repo company. I don't know. But repoing is a very dangerous job. Repoing is more dangerous than being a police officer. Repoing is really, really dangerous. A lot of people don't think so. Let's go to New York. If y'all just not coming on in, also, man, we also streaming live on twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show. We finally hit 215 followers. Now we need to get up to 220. 220. We need your support. out here in these streets. Shout out to Calvin for the $2 super chat. Say van full of dope, possibly. Now, if that van had that work in it, hey, it is what it is, ain't it? If that van had that work, you got to get your work back. Oh, you got to get your work back. But what I think should have happened if it did have that work, you pull up on side of the van and you point your guns. You know what I'm saying? You do that right there and tell them to unhook it. You know. You don't slide up on side of a player and gun them down. Or attempt to gun them down. But they did what they decided to do, and it is what it is. He said his mom got a face only his son could love out here. Got to be more people. He say most repos are independent. Oh yeah, because they did say that he was contracted. So woo! I don't think he's gonna do that job no more. Let's go to New York. Watch 2360 at all times out here in this street. We have a man who was left with a broken nose and other injuries. He was attacked in the subway. In New York City.
Also here tonight, we're hearing from a man beaten on the subway in Soho with his own baseball bat. He says this attack
He was beaten with his own baseball bat.
came out of nowhere. And as CBS 2's Alicia Reed reports, police are still looking for the suspect.
He just started going for it.
Jarrett Adorno recalls the horrific train ride he experienced around 1:30 Monday morning. He says the suspect entered the 4 train at Spring Street. By the time the doors closed, he says the guy grabbed a plastic baseball bat from Adorno's backpack and started attacking him.
I'm just over here.
Boy, they beat you bad. Hold on, pimp. And I'm glad that you said that right there because you absolutely correct. You say Willie, he was driving the van. Yes, that's exactly what they said. He was driving the van, so in their mind, he probably felt like he was still in the van instead of it being repoed.
Started attacking him.
I'm just over here blocking, doing the best I can, covering my hands and my face.
A fun night out in the city with friends turned to horror on his way home. Although the suspect demanded his belongings, the 25-year-old says he managed to get away once the train doors opened at the Bleecker Street station.
I had blood, like just stained all over here on the side of my face.
He ran out the station and made it a few blocks to Prince and Green Streets, where a patrol car happened to be stationed. He was transported to a nearby hospital. Now left with bruising and swelling about the head, a broken nose, and dozens of stitches throughout his face.
4 different sets of dissolvable.
Hey, what, buddy? Bad.
Stitches, 8 here, 9 there. I have like another 10 right here.
Despite this brazen attack, NYPD data shows transit crime is down 6% from this time last year.
Oh, crime is down. Would you want to hear that crime down a 6% and you just got beat all in your face?
With everything that's happened, Adorno says he's happy to be alive.
I didn't sustain any hemorrhaging in the brain, so I'm just happy about that. I just feel like I had an angel on my side.
Now that Adorno can open his right eye, he says the internal swelling has gone down. Now doctors do anticipate he will make a full recovery. In the meantime, no arrests have been made.
Shout out to T. Lee for the $2 super chat. Say with his own, yes, with his own bat. Doggone shame. It's a real shame. But this is the life. You got to be careful out here in the doggone street. You got to ask yourself, hold on. Let me ask you good people. How many subway stops is it in New York? Matter of fact, let me ask Google. Let's see if they can give me a good answer. How many subway stops in New York? There's 472 stations. Damn. So there's 472 stops on the subway. That's just too much. That don't make sense. Let's say if station complexes are counted as one station, the number of the stations is 423. Well, they should have police at every last station and not just outside because things happen on the inside. I don't know why there's nobody down there at the bottom, you know, where the subway come in at. I would think that would be like really, really smart. But who am I? Who am I? Moving right along. How many of y'all in holy matrimony out here in the doggone street? Congratulations and my condolences all at the same time. Hold on. All right. Say, but defund the police, remember? Yeah. Something is always happening in the subways out there, man. I don't. You say F marriage. That's what's up. We have a situation to where a player that lost his life on his wedding day, his wedding night. You know, I gotta cut my fan though. I feel a little hot. They say that a player that lost his life out here 7 hours after getting married due to a possible road rage. Here we go.
We begin tonight with a family grieving when they should be celebrating. Good evening, I'm Chad Silber.
And I'm Sydney Moore. People remember their wedding days for all sorts of reasons. The love, the fun, the joy. A woman will now remember it as the day she lost her husband just hours after tying the knot.
Tyreek Burton died in a shooting on his wedding night in Greensboro. His family shared the whirlwind of emotions with WFMY News 2's Itanise McMillan.
The newlyweds, who dated for 16 years, weren't even able to leave their wedding venue before the unimaginable happened. The groom was gunned down 7 hours after saying, "I do."
Saying their vows during the happiest moments of their lives, Tyreek and Kiara Burton captured photos of their holy matrimony years in the making.
Him say he was alive when he was single. Facts. That's a fact.
It was filled with joy, happiness, a lot of laughs.
They didn't know these photos would be the last they'd ever take.
It ended in tragedy. A random person came to this park, a public area, and shot my brother cold blood.
Just hours after
Well, they had been together for 16 years.
tying the knot, Greensboro police say someone shot and killed Tyreek outside the reception at Barber Park in Greensboro.
Supposed to be one of the happiest moments of his life, and it turned into something tragic worldwide. He did this in front of a minor. He did this in front of his wife with her gown on.
Brittany Burton.
But the reason that I said that it's a fact that he was alive when he was single, because if you're not married, you are considered single. I do understand that you in a long-term relationship and all that shit. By I think the law, either you're married or you're single.
It's Tyreek's sister. She says as they were wrapping up at the reception, Tyreek left Barber Park briefly, and as he was heading back, a stranger followed him, saying Tyreek cut him off at the stop sign, so he shot him.
He didn't fire 2 shots. He didn't even fire 8 shots.
I'm glad you said that right there. Say, Willie, where's the tears? Nothing but women. No tears. Shout out to Swaggy Dig for the $1 cash app. Say, hopefully she had insurance on her. I hope so too, because they've been together for 16 years.
It was in tears. He literally had a hole in his chest over road rage.
The family traumatized and devastated by the turn of events.
And for the person that did this, can't even call you a person. You a monster, man. God gonna deal with you. God is gonna deal with you wherever you at.
Tyreek's mother is also
right. Lord gonna handle that.
So demanding justice.
You want nothing but good, and I demand justice. I demand it. And I don't want to wait years for it.
Now the guests who celebrated at the Burtons just days ago will be attending Tyreek's funeral.
Told y'all, like, what does that I demand stuff mean? You can't do anything about it. They said, Willie, they is not. Hold on, wait a minute, did something wrong. I don't even think that they recognize common law marriage, common law relationships anymore. I don't know. Hold on. Which state recognizes common law marriage? Okay. All right. So we still got a few states. We have a few states that recognize common law marriage. Colorado, Iowa, Kansas, Montana, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, Texas. I didn't know that. And the District of Columbia. They all recognize common law marriage. You say common law marriage after 8 years. Okay. I think in some states I thought like it was like 5 years, and in some states it was 10 years, but I guess you ate right.
Greenboro police told me the shooting might be related to road rage, but wouldn't say anything else about a motive or a suspect.
Might be related to road rage, but we don't know. We don't know. But it said that he got into some type of confrontation. Now, if they're at the funeral, how did he get into a road rage incident? Like, if you at the funeral, everything is going on at the funeral. Why is he in the car by himself? I don't understand that part right there. But what do we have next?
Why him? That's the question family members are asking tonight after someone killed a groom on his wedding day. This happened Saturday night at Barber Park in Greensboro. Kara Peters.
What about common law divorce? I like that right there.
Joins us from police headquarters with what investigators are saying about this heartbreaking story.
Police say the shooting that claimed the life of a newly married father of 4, Tyreek Burton, may have been related to road rage. His family is calling it a random act of violence and are now demanding justice.
It was supposed to be one of the happiest moments of his life, and it turned into something tragic.
And now, a painful memory the family of Tyreek Burton will never forget.
Do y'all see that? This is the family. I want y'all to just see this right here. This is the family. Do he have any uncles? I see a man here. I see a man here. Oh, there is a man here. I don't know if that's family, but it could be. So let's just say it's 3.
Demanding
Look
justice.
at all these women.
It was supposed to be one of the happiest moments of his life, and it turned into something tragic.
And now, a painful memory the family of Tyreek Burton will never forget.
I see another one in the back. So there's about 4 men. That is about 4 men. I said a funeral? I'm so sorry.
The 37-year-old was married for about 7 hours before a day filled with happiness and joy took an unimaginable turn. Family members called police shortly after the wedding reception wrapped up at the Barber Park Event Center. They say someone they didn't know entered the park, alleging that Burton was involved in a traffic incident. Moments later, Burton was shot in front of his new bride and several others, including his daughter.
I don't know if this is the bride or his daughter. But they said, I must be missing something. Hold on.
Unimaginable turn. Family members called police shortly after the wedding reception wrapped up at the Barber Park Event Center. They say someone they didn't know entered the park, alleging that Burton was involved in a traffic incident. Moments later, Burton was shot in front of his new bride and several others, including his daughter.
So he was shot in front of the people, so if he cut somebody off, then he was able to get back to his loved ones. But where did he go, though? Shout out to Sensei for the $5 super chat. He say, Pastor, you keep saying funeral. Say it's a wedding. He say the funeral is next. He say 5 months for the machine. Listen, I keep confusing weddings with funerals because it just seems like it's the same. But go ahead, go.
I don't understand how somebody that don't know somebody from a can of paint could just come in and just do that. I don't.
Well, this is the same way that people be killing people on the daily. They don't be knowing the people that they be killing. Y'all understand that everybody in this photo right here, in this one little shot right here, ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody crying. You say, Willie, women are 51% of our population. For every man, there are 10 to 15 women in most metro areas. It's showing up here. It's showing up here. Ask me how I know.
And I never will.
As Burton's family gathers around the same area where a momentous day turned traumatic, they're hoping that the person who claimed the life of a husband, father, and friend on his wedding day is held responsible.
I demand justice.
Demand it, baby.
I demand it. And I don't want to wait years for it. He don't deserve what he got. He waited 13 years to get his bride.
13.
As soon as he get his bride, he couldn't even take her home. It's just not fair.
Loved ones made a GoFundMe page to help with his family. They say all proceeds will be going to help his 4 daughters.
Help his 4 daughters. So he had 4 daughters. Oh, okay. A wedding is the death of a single man. There you go. There you go. So hell, so by me saying like funeral and wedding, it seemed like the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? So all right. You say she must be the Kamala Harris of the community. This is a shame.
Reporting outside Greensboro Police Headquarters, I'm Kara Peters for WXII 12 News.
Thank you, Kara. We appreciate you, Kara. That's what's up. I think it's this one right here. Let's give it one more. See if they're going to say anything different than the other two. It looked like they were like a little loving couple. She looked like she had it together, you know what I'm saying? Like she was popping out here like she looking good, you know? That man had nothing found. You say when a man finds a good thing, or when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. That's what's said.
We're learning some new details about this man you see on the shot here. That's Tyrek Burton. He was shot and killed just hours after his wedding in Greensboro. He leaves behind multiple children and his new wife. WRL's Monica Casey spoke with some family members about how their day of love and laughter turned to heartbreak.
Say 4 daughters. That woman chromosomes run deep in that family. Yes.
A long-awaited wedding day full of joy ended in sorrow for family and friends of 37-year-old Tyrek Burton.
Everybody was excited and happy for them, ready for the I-do's.
Nisheria Holloway tells me Tyrek and her sister Kiara had been together for 16 years.
We grew up.
Oh, see, so they have been together for 16 years. The woman said it was 13 years before he found his bride. I don't understand. So is the mama wrong?
In the same neighborhood, and they started going together when my nieces, my 2 oldest nieces, was very young.
Burton proposed on Christmas Day 2 years ago.
Stop. Okay. You say a GoFundMe. So how could they afford to get married if they needed a GoFundMe? That's ridiculous. I'm in agreement with you. And this just comes down to priority. That's really all it is. Now they just said something, and I am going to have to go back on what I had just said, because now I understand why the mother said what she said.
His nieces was very young.
Burton proposed on Christmas Day 2 years ago.
He proposed Christmas Day 2 years ago. So if they've been together for 16, the mother said it took him 13 years to find his bride. 16 subtract, or 2 subtracted by 16, or 16 subtracted by 2, that's 14 years, and I guess we'll give it like a couple months or something like that right there. All right, so the mother's right too.
Holloway have 2 daughters together. Burton had also taken in Holloway's other 2 daughters as his own.
Oh, so they have 2 daughters together while she was a single mama. Whoa. Because they're going to say something else that is just going to throw me off. But hold on. So they have 2 kids together, and she had 2 kids of her own.
Burton had also taken in Holloway's other 2 daughters as his own.
Got it. Shout out to Sensei for the $2 super chat. Say 16 years. You know it was on and off. I'm glad that you just said that right there. So now things is coming into. All right, go ahead.
He was a great man. He loved to spend time with his family, his kids.
After the wedding, Burton left in his car and returned to pick up his wife.
I mean, when he came back, a truck pulled real fast in the parking lot. That's when it happened.
He left in his car, then came back to pick up his wife. So where was his car if they at the funeral? Damn it. So where was his car if they was at the wedding? And then you got to think about this right here. So, wait, so do you drive to your own wedding though? I ain't been to a wedding like forever, but, or maybe you do. See, I'm still thinking about a funeral, because like you don't drive yourself to a funeral. So you drive yourself to your wedding. Go ahead.
And was that right in front of you?
Yes, it was.
Broadcastify Radio Traffic says Burton may have been shot multiple times.
They're advising the patient was possibly shot 15 times.
Days later, the family's shock has turned to devastation.
I didn't want them to see me cry, so soon when I got home, I just broke down.
He shot 15 times. Jesus.
I keep seeing it. It's just replaying in my head.
Holloway says the family was told by police that Burton's shooting stemmed from road rage.
Like, why on the wedding day? Why him? Just why?
Harmonica Casey reporting there again. Greensboro police telling WRAL they're still investigating the circumstances around this shooting, but again confirm it may, after all of that, resulted from a road rage incident.
Oh, so all right, so you get like a rental car or something like that right there for your wedding days and stuff like that. So when like the wedding over, you can just go it on the dip. He said they couldn't afford the limousine. All right. He said it's obvious that Willie has never been married. Say yes, the groom drives there. I just don't remember. Shout out to T Lee for the $2 super chat. He said this sound fishy. Probably was his boyfriend. Ooh. He said it sounded like a contract killer. Oh, Jesus. See, I hadn't heard some in one of the other ones speaking about their relationship, so maybe it was in this one. Let me go back because I think the sister spoke about when they first got together.
Hours after saying I do. Saying their vows during the happiest moments of their lives, Tyreek and Kiara Burton captured photos of their holy matrimony years in the making.
It was filled with joy, happiness, a lot of laughs.
They didn't know these photos would be the last they'd ever take.
It ended in tragedy. A random person came to this park, a public area, and shot my brother cold blood.
Just hours after tying the knot, Greensboro police say someone shot and killed Tyreek outside the reception at Barber Park in Greensboro.
It's supposed to be one of the happiest moments of his life, and it turned into something tragic worldwide. He did this in front of a minor. He did this in front of his wife.
I thought I heard them say something about they was together since high school or something like that right there. I don't watch so many of these videos. You say, yes, Willie has never been married, just shacking up with a woman. Are you sure about that? You don't know. Shout out to Calvin for the $2 super chat. He said, could have been her side piece. You got a point with that one right there. You got a point.
Got him.
He didn't fire 2 shots. He didn't even fire 8 shots. It was in the teens. He literally had a hole in his chest. Over road rage.
The family traumatized and devastated by the turn of events.
And for the person that did this, can't even call you a person. You a monster, man.
You got a good point right there. They say, Willie, they've been together for 13 years. Well, they have been together for 16 years, but he proposed like two and a half years ago or something like that right there. So they've been together for 16 years, and had they not gotten married, he'll still be alive. Yes, that's a fact. Say, Willie, you keep saying funeral because you know a wedding can be a funeral and vice versa, man. But I'm gonna try to catch myself because I'm not doing it on purpose anymore. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it on purpose like in the beginning, but I'm not doing it on purpose anymore. I thought that I could find what I had done saw, but since I can't find what I had done heard, because if I'm not mistaken, I heard them people saying because they grew up in like the same community and they was together. Oh, maybe I ain't got the right one. Hold on. I know I heard what I heard. Hold on, let me see this one. Nope. Loved ones. Nope. Wait. Loved ones, remember me. It's 229. Hold on. Oh. So that's WF. Yeah. Oh, man. I can't find it, you good people. This will say groom. Let me see.
Yeah, Steve, the family of Tyreek Burton says the best day of their lives quickly turned into the worst. I spoke to his sister who lives in Raleigh, and she says she's just struggling to figure out how something like this could happen.
You say, well, I would think if you get shot in the chest that there's going to be a hole in it. Yes, that's a fact. Because you did say he got shot in the chest. He had a hole in his chest. Yeah, that's what happens.
And we were having the time of our lives, and it's like a blink of an eye. It just was all just stolen away from us.
Saturday was the wedding Tyreek Burton and his new bride, Kiera, had envisioned. Dancing the night away with loved ones around them, moments after saying, I do.
He's one of the coolest people I know. He's one of the coolest people I know, man.
Oh, smooth player. Shout out to Swaggy Dig for the $1 cash out. He said he went and caught a lick. Pastor say he ran off on the plug.
And he could walk into a room and that smile.
His younger sister, Brittany, sitting down with me in downtown Raleigh, telling me Tyreek was raised in Roxborough, North Carolina, along with his other 3 siblings. He and his new wife had been together for 16 years, had 4 daughters between them, and were making plans to expand their family even more.
They're finna have another baby?
But just hours after the couple got married, tragedy struck as
they're finna have another baby. They're finna expand. I sure enough hope these people had insurance. I don't.
Tyreek was leaving the wedding venue. He was under the impression that his new bride was already home, and when she called to tell him she wasn't, he went back to get her.
Wait, what? So he went to go get in his car, and he thought his bride was at the crib. What? What is we doing? Y'all, now listen. Y'all say that you drive yourself there and stuff like that, so when it's over, you can go on the leave. Got it. What do you mean you thought your wife was at the crib and she called and said, no, I'm still at the place you just left? Yeah, like how do you leave without your wife? And if y'all supposed to leave together, then why would you assume that she left? Come on.
The couple got married. Tragedy struck as Tyreek was leaving the wedding venue. He was under the impression that his new bride was already home, and when she called to tell him she wasn't, he went back to get her.
He made a U-turn at the stop sign, so he never even made it out of the park all the way. It said stop sign at the very end of the park.
So he didn't make it out the park. So he's at the venue and don't know that his wife is still at the venue? What is we do? All right, man. You say drunk? Well, hell, he shouldn't have been driving if he was drunk, but you may have a point. This is not making any sense now.
He made a U-turn and came back, and I guess he didn't see somebody, and he cut them off, and that person followed him down to the park.
Guilford Metro 911. What is the address of your emergency? We just had a shooting at Barber Park Event Center.
Greensboro police responded to the Barber Park Event Center just before 9 Saturday night after a reported shooting. The victim, 37-year-old Tyreek Burton, the man who had just gotten married there hours before.
There are cameras. This was at a public park, and there were eyewitnesses, multiple, including one of his daughters.
Stop. There was eyewitnesses. There was cameras. Why we ain't got no camera footage, y'all? Why we don't got no doggone camera footage? We should be able to see exactly what had happened. It should be released. You said they've been together for 16 years. This was a show. This is what we be out here doing. Listen, a wedding is just a show. I don't know how else to say it, but it's a show. It's a show, and let me explain something to you. The majority of people who is getting married, a wedding is putting themselves in debt. When you have a wedding, for the majority of people, they've just put themselves in debt or in worse debt, trying to put on the show.
And it was done in front of his wife.
A tragedy this family is struggling to understand. Brittany telling me his 3-year-old daughter has been too occupied with family to ask where her dad is. And it's going to hurt even more when she does.
His 3-year-old daughter has been too occupied to ask where her daddy is. Does that sound right to y'all? I don't, but I gotta back it up because he said that somebody was at the funeral. At the wedding, my bad.
Witnesses, multiple, including one of his daughters.
That right there. She said it was cameras, multiple witnesses, and even one of his daughters. So they got 4 daughters. Why only one of his daughters was there?
And there were eyewitnesses, multiple, including one of his daughters.
Oh, it was the eyewitnesses. All right, man.
And it was done in front of his wife.
A tragedy this family is struggling to understand. Brittany telling me his 3-year-old daughter has been too occupied with family to ask where her dad is. And it's going to hurt even more.
You say it was a funeral at a wedding.
When she does.
That's gonna tear Kiara apart.
So Kiara is a 3-year-old who they say that she have not had like time to ask about her daddy, and she said that it's gonna tear her apart when she finally does. Do I be missing something? I don't know. Am I just nitpicking? Am I missing something? You say his 3-year-old, not hers. Well, no. All of his kids, which is 2, is from her. She is the one with 2 other kids before they got together.
Words can't describe the type of man that they took. This wasn't no average guy.
Then how or why is the 3-year-old too occupied to have asked where her daddy at, and they would live in the same home? I don't understand. What 3-year-old do y'all know that live in the home with their mama and their daddy and have not seen either one of them in like a day or 2 would not ask for that parent? We're talking about a 3-year-old. We're not talking about a toddler. We're talking about a 3-year-old. They walk around. They go in and out of the rooms. They have these things called questions. You say, are the other kids over 16? That's what it may seem like to me. I think so.
And the couple were set to celebrate their honeymoon last Saturday, starting in Charlotte. Right now, no funeral arrangements for Tyreek have been made. Back to you.
So do they get like a refund back? Because they were supposed to go on like their honeymoon and stuff. Can they get a refund back for whatever that they had done decide to go? You say, Willie, maybe the 3-year-old belongs to the other woman. No, listen. No. Think about it. No. He have 2 kids with the wife. He have 2 kids with the wife. The wife had 2 kids prior to them getting together, so her other 2 kids is damn near adults. They 16 and better. You know what I'm saying? So the 2 kids that they have together, at least one of them is 3. At least one of them is 3 years old. So when she said that the 3-year-old was too occupied to have even asked about her dad, that seems strange to me if they live all in the same house. And then the 3-year-old see everybody crying. The 3-year-old see everybody crying. And then you got to ask yourself this right here. A 3-year-old, like darker hue folk do, like lighter hue folk do. If you have a 3-year-old, women put the children, or they find a way to put their children into the wedding. As like a ring bearer or something. The kids will bring the rings. Typically, right. I haven't been to a wedding in a very long time. But if you have little kids who can do the job of carrying the ring, they will bring the ring up to, to the couple. Yes, they've been together for 16 years, so her children is at least right there at adult age and or over adult age. Say, Willie, no, maybe the 3 years belongs to the side chick. Say, therefore, the baby would not be at a wedding. But his sister is talking about his child, his 3-year-old.
Cameras. This was at a public park. And
the man who had just gotten married there hours before.
There are cameras. This was at a public park.
Yes, 3-year-old would have been a ring girl, a flower girl. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Go ahead.
And there were eyewitnesses, multiple, including one of his daughters. And it was done in front of his wife.
A tragedy this family is struggling to understand. Brittany telling me his 3-year-old daughter has been too occupied with family to ask where her dad is.
Too occupied with family to ask where her dad is. Shout out to Sensei for the $2 super chat. He say he got that 64-year-old woman pregnant. Say she hit him up. Gotta be more careful. You mean Judy? He got Judy pregnant.
And it's going to hurt even
say a ring slave
more when she does.
That's gonna tear Kiara apart.
So where was Kiara when he got shot? Did she go to the funeral, to the wedding? Again, black folks are shooting and the groom get killed. All them women is a whole bunch of hollering. There's a whole bunch of hollering and screaming. Come on, y'all. There's a whole bunch of shouting and all that fly shit right there. So you mean to tell me that a 3-year-old did not pick up on people hollering and screaming and have questions, and now she may only see her mother but don't see her dad? Something that I don't understand, y'all. Unless she didn't go to the wedding.
Words can't describe the type of man that they took.
Yes, so all the kids wasn't at the wedding.
This wasn't no average guy.
That's what's up. It's sad man trying to have old family done got gunned down out here.
And the couple were set to celebrate their honeymoon last Saturday, starting in Charlotte. Right now, no funeral arrangements for Tyreek have been made.
Say, Willie, this is personal. The family is going to Nut City, and they need to stop acting like that was a total stranger who shot their brother. I cannot wait till we get like a real update about this situation. Y'all, I need to support around here in these doggone streets now. It's Friday, bitch. It's payday. I need to support. I'm trying to do my doggone job. I done came out. Damn it, I need to support. I done came to work. Huh? What is wrong with me? Huh? We need some more thumbs up. We were just over 400 before I started talking. We had 271 thumbs up. Why is we not over 400 likes? Shout out to T. Lee for the $5 super chat. He said, I'm positive that it ain't her daughter because they would have used the girl to get more sympathy for her. But it has to be the daughter because they said that they have 2 children together. And he took on her other 2 children. That's why they're saying he have 4 daughters. So it's both their baby. According to what they said. Now, they could be lying out here in these doggone streets. I don't know. Let me go ahead on and put this thing up that we've been waiting to see up. Make sure I got everything right. Go and put this here on up there real quick. If y'all would like to help out the family, y'all go around to GoFundMe. GoFundMe.com. Honor Tyreek Burton. Support his family. They asked for $25,000. Say stop begging, Willie. I be trying to not beg no more. My bad. I do apologize. They asked for $25,000. They got $97.96. That could be a Play 4 number right there, y'all. So y'all go into the gas station and get your Play phone. Remember, all GoFundMe proceeds will go to his daughters. Got it. My name is Keisha Satterfield. Satterfield. On Saturday, October the 12th, 2024, my cousin married the love of his life. And on one of the happiest days of his life to tragically be cut short due to a road rage that ended in gun violence. He was a beloved husband, father of 4 beautiful girls, brother and friend, known for his generosity and infectious smile. Unpredicted or unexpected losses can cause immense stress and pressure of families. Your donations will help cover expenses and provide support for Tyreek's family during this difficult time. Please help us ensure that his family recovers, receives the care they need. They ain't had no damn insurance. They didn't have no insurance. Who don't go to their mother's wedding unless there's some issues in the family? That's a fact. That's a fact. Or unless your child is overseas or something, like in the military, and you can't. Well, hell, if they would have put in the time, then they could have possibly been able to make it. But unless they like in the military and they couldn't make it, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't know. This is strange. They said that the proceeds would have went to his 4 daughters. This thing say your donations will help cover expenses. That means they need this money is also for the funeral. $9,000 is enough for a funeral. Mama got some replacement meat already. The kids will be fine. Got to be more careful. Right? This is why I said what I said earlier. You say they were about to have more kids with no insurance. That's why I said it just don't make no sense. Y'all should not be having children if you don't have insurance and you can't afford insurance. You should not be having no children. You should not have insurance if you should not be having children if insurance is not on your mind. Justice for Tyreek Burton. It's a damn shame. But we gotta ask you this right here. It seems to me like they got a big old family. They shouldn't need insurance. But we do know about family. We say we family until it's time to pitch in for this funeral. Huh? I'm just saying. Everybody love you. Everybody want to show up at the funeral and eat up all the food that you done bought. You know, drink all the liquor that you done bought. Family members ain't got $1,000 apiece. If all of those people who was in the video, who was in the interview, where the whole, like a big family was there, if all of them just gave $1,000, they would be able to bury him without a problem. But I do understand it's not your family's job to bury you. It's your job to have the things in place to get you buried. You say should is not a word. Hell, they may need to sell some fish plates. Family is only family on Thanksgiving and funerals. There it is. There it is. I'm telling you. You should never need any outside help and your family big like that right there. You should never. But again, we tend to learn about families the older we get. You tend to learn that people in your family ain't got their ish together. You can't get $500 out of it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, we should be ashamed of ourselves that we actually be living like this right here. Jane got $500 saved in the savings account, under their mattress, in the safe. Jane got no money. But we can come to your events. We can party with you. You can do all that fly stuff right there. But boy, when it's time for something serious, we got to go to the public. Shout out to Swaggy Dig for the $3 cash out. You say, and this makes $5. It say, do not buy no condoms today, Pastor. Listen, I would never buy a contraceptive and would never use a contraceptive on a STD Friday. That's against the law. That's against the law. Let's go around here to Flint. Flint, because I done heard this word before and I've never heard about anywhere else, this lets me know that this is in Michigan. Flint, Michigan. A woman pulls a gun out. At a Flint City Council meeting. Y'all see inside of this place? This is inside of a city council meeting. So this is like a city building, right? So a city would be like a government building. How in the hell a woman is able to have a gun in a city council meeting? How's this possible?
Pardon me, in the back corner.
Officer!
In the back corner.
Now see, this is what I was saying. Y'all letting this stuff slide and somebody gonna get hurt up in here. Somebody gonna get hurt. Y'all letting this slide.
Council will remain at ease.
Tense moments at Flint City Council's meeting tonight as a gun was pulled out by a female audience member.
What started as an argument in the back of chambers you just heard there could have turned violent, but the gun was spotted. Flint police diffused the situation and that meeting was adjourned.
Tiffany Maddox spoke with Flint City Council President Liddell Lewis tonight about what happened and what she feels needs to happen moving forward. Tiffany.
Yes, Lewis says they were scheduled to interview third ward candidates tonight along with a lot of other business. But after honoring the late Councilman Quincy Murphy, it was all overshadowed by an unfortunate act.
Seeing that people are, they have guns and they're willing to pull them out, yeah, absolutely not. I don't feel safe. I'll speak for myself. Do not feel safe coming to do my job just to serve the residents.
Flint City Council President Liddell Lewis is referring to Monday night's unfortunate event.
We had a family member of someone that was seeking to be appointed. They went and they said something triggering to the Murphy family that was sitting in the back, and so that caused a back and forth, and so from there, that family member came around, and I guess it was the melee continued. So then another family member of the appointed potential appointee came around and pulled out a firearm.
Well, there are.
So in my mind, the one who put her face in the camera was the one who pulled out that fire. So it's her, the little thick little chick right here, little her. With a little tight
so
song.
Then another family member of the appointed potential appointee.
So it's her, allegedly, because I ain't see no gun.
Came around and pulled out a firearm.
Well, there are.
Say, and what? Who gonna check me, boo? That's probably what she had done said. And who gonna check me, boo? Look.
Pulled out a firearm.
Who gonna check me, boo?
I
think that's what she said. I think that's what that baby said.
Ordinances in place regarding threats to council members and disruptive conduct of attendees. At this point, people are allowed to lawfully carry guns on City Hall premises.
You can carry guns in a county building? Wow. Or in a city building?
That's all due to a lawsuit filed in 2023 against Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely and City Council for a ban on guns at City Hall. A judge ordered the removal of metal detectors and gun-free zone signs.
They removed the metal detector? Wow. Say, ain't no gun-free zones. Wow.
After several gun rights groups and 3 Flint residents sued to stop the city from enforcing its gun-free zone.
How many of y'all agree with removing the metal detectors from county buildings and stuff like that?
They claim Mayor Neely violated the state's Open Meetings Act by excluding people who legally carry a gun in public from Flint City Council meetings. But tonight, it's all come to a head.
Should you be able to carry a gun in a county meeting? Like in a county building, a city building, should you be able to carry a weapon? Like, what is we doing, y'all?
This is the reason why we can't afford to have that happen. You know, this is the reason why we need to make sure that we always maintain a certain level of security.
And Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely released a statement following tonight's meeting. It reads in part, quote, "We will continue to work with the Flint Police Department to ensure that public meetings are safe," end quote. Now, Flint police say the woman legally possessed the firearm and that at this time there are no arrests. Now, in the meantime, council does plan to reconvene on October 23rd for their next meeting.
So they must don't have a law on brandishing guns either. Okay, so you can carry your guns, fine, we get it. But we don't have a law with brandishing guns.
This time, there are no arrests. Now, in the meantime, council does plan to reconvene on October that public meetings are safe, end quote. Now, Flint police say the woman legally possessed the firearm and that at this time, there are no arrests.
She legally possessed it, but y'all ain't gonna tell us who? Y'all ain't gonna tell her which one of these beautiful babies had that
came around, and I guess it was the melee continued. So then another family member,
yeah, I think it's her. I
of
think it's
the
her.
appointed potential appointee, came around and pulled out a firearm.
She ain't playing with you hoes. She ain't playing with you hoes. I told you when I come on up here with that thing, I'm gonna shut it down.
Came around and pulled out a firearm.
Look at that beautiful baby. Yeah, baby, yeah. He said, Willie, we have open carry laws in Kentucky. Listen, now I understand the open carry, but I thought that it would still be a thing of, okay, you can't carry your weapons inside of certain buildings. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't carry weapons inside of schools. So I got a question. So in Flint, Michigan, are you because they took down the gun-free zones? So then that's telling me that you able to walk into a schoolhouse with a firearm. I know that they didn't go as far as you can walk into a schoolhouse with a firearm. And if that's the case, you damn sure shouldn't be able to walk into county and city buildings with a firearm. I don't understand. Moving right along. And again, hold on. And again, it's like this woman said in the beginning.
In the back corner. Officer!
In the back corner.
Now see, this is what I was saying. Y'all letting this stuff slide.
Y'all letting this stuff slide. Y'all letting this shit slide. And I've been saying stuff like this for the longest. We continue to let stuff slide, and this is why people continue to act and behave the way that they behave. No one is being held accountable out here in the doggone street. It's a problem. Moving right along. Let me get that down the screen. Let me get that right down the screen. Hold up. Now, I'm finna touch on something that a lot of y'all may not like. We're really talking politics. I ain't finna waste the whole day talking about no politics. I have a clip or two that I'm finna play about these politics. Sure enough is, I told y'all earlier, and that's why I was trying to break it down. I hate when you ask somebody a question and they just don't answer. Oh, we talking about KK. For those of you who have a problem with me talking about KK, go away and in about 6 minutes, come on back around here then. Because for some reason y'all get upset when I talk about KK, but y'all have no problem if I say anything about Trump. If I say it bad about Trump, then y'all gonna stay around and give me the thumbs up and all that fly shit right there. Well, that damn it, we on her neck. We on KK neck. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. Y'all, I'm trying to be entertaining. That's all I'm trying to do. Say KK got autism. No, she on the spectrum. Don't say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. But listen. Like I had done said yesterday and all that fly stuff over there. regardless of what your candidate do, for a lot of people, it don't matter what a person do, you're still gonna rock with your candidate. Got it? Fine, I'm with you. But I love to listen to people's words. I love to listen to people's words, and I love when a question is asked, and I just love when people would just answer the question. She did an interview finally with Fox News, which they end up doing the shit, cutting shit short. This had to be like the shortest interview. I think it was like 20, 25 minutes. Strange to me, but she did interviews with the people who she liked. It gave like 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Huh? She just even did an interview with Charlemagne, which had to be the sorriest damn interview. Oh, cause y'all would just not. Y'all just be letting the bitch talk. I don't like to just let a bitch just keep on, especially saying the same thing. If we heard you interview after interview after interview after interview after interview after interview say certain things, I think that you need to be cut off from saying it again. We 5.5 weeks from the election. I don't think that people need to continuously hear what you have been saying on every doggone interview. Then what's the point of the interviews if you're not gonna say anything different? Shout out to Donald for the $2 cash out. It say they acting up in Gary May's old counsel. Oh, that's Gary Mays, the one who had them died. The dog you player who be checking bitch. Damn, I'm gonna miss Buddy. He had some real good videos out here in the doggone street. For real. No, Eric Mays. Yeah. They out here acting their ass now. They pulling guns and shit. But anyway, no. This is why I'm going to play this one. This specific clip, and this is a clip. This not a minute or two. I think it's like some seconds. But anyway, this clip here, she repeats or she say what I say. I don't know. Maybe she been listening to a player. Maybe she been KK been listening to Willie Williams right here in these streets. I'm finna let y'all hear. And she's finna say what I've been saying. Watch this. Where you good people told me I can't do that. Here we go.
Or inundated with commercials and ads. They just want it to stop because it's every commercial. But many of them add noise, but a few of them seem to break through. This particular one from the Trump campaign has gotten a lot of attention.
Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
So she's for that, right? Nobody's putting words in her mouth. We're not trying to tell sister down. That's what she said. Here we go.
So are you still in support of using taxpayer dollars to help prison inmates or detained illegal aliens to transition to another gender?
Are you still in support? Her video said that that's what she is in support of. Got it with her. Are you still in support of this baby?
I will follow the law. And it's a law that Donald Trump actually followed. You're probably familiar with, now it's a public report, that under Donald Trump's administration, these surgeries were available on a medical necessity basis to people in the federal prison system. And I think, frankly, that ad from the Trump campaign is a little bit of like throwing, stones when you're living in a glass house.
The Trump aides say that he never advocated for that prison policy and no gender transition surgeries
you know what, you got to take responsible for what happened in your
presidency.
administration.
Yeah.
Who be saying that? Who been saying that to you? Who been saying that to you good people?
No surgeries happened in this presidency.
It's in
so
black and white.
would you still advocate for using taxpayer dollars for gender reassignment
I will
surgeries?
follow the law, just as I
a
think
say
Donald Trump would say he did.
You would have a say as president.
Like I said, I think it's he spent $20 million on those ads, trying to create a sense of fear in the voters because he actually has no plan in this election that is about focusing on the needs of the American people. Whereas, at $20 million on that ad, on an issue that, as it relates to the biggest issues that affect the American people, it's really quite remote.
It's quite remote that he spent $20 million on an ad of something you said. I don't see the problem.
And again, his policy was no different. Look at where we are, though.
They say
On
it was
plans for
different,
the
but
American
we'll
people,
move on.
I'm offering a plan to deal with affordable housing. I'm offering a plan
what
to
you do?
deal with what we need to do to strengthen small businesses, which are the backbone.
That's not what the hell was asked of you, baby. But I'm not even concerned about that little part there. I'm only concerned about the part where she repeated what I said. Shout out to Jay for the $2 super chat. Say Cam neck look like a Sharpie dog. Hell no, what is that?
$30 to help prison
Watch this.
inmates or detained illegal aliens to transition to another gender.
I will follow the law, and it's a
Y'all do know that that's not like an answer right there. But go.
law that Donald Trump actually followed.
It's a law that Donald Trump actually follows with that little smile. And then he corrects her.
You're probably familiar with, now it's a public report,
Watch this.
that under Donald Trump's administration, these surgeries were available to,
They were available to.
on a medical necessity basis, to people in the federal prison system. And I think, frankly, that ad from the Trump campaign is a little bit of like throwing, stones when you're living in a glass house.
The Trump aides say that he never advocated for that prison policy and no gender transition
Well, you know
surgeries
what, you gotta
happened
take
during.
Whoa. He never advocated for it. And no gender transition surgeries happened. What was her good response right here? What I always tell y'all, don't it?
Campaign is a little bit of like throwing,
Watch this.
Stones when you're living in a glass house.
The Trump aides say that he never advocated for that prison policy and no gender transition
Well,
surgeries
you know what, you got to
happened
take
during
responsible for what
his
happened in your
presidency.
administration.
You got to be responsible for what happens in your administration. Now, let me explain something to you good people. In this whole interview that she did, when I tell y'all, I have never seen her do an interview like this. Every single question that was asked, and it really, really bothered me. Like, what? God damn, bitch, he asking about you. Every single answer she gave, her answer was about Trump. He wasn't even asking a lot of the question. If it wasn't about Trump, she introduced Trump on every single answer. Shout out to the mayor of Detroit for the $5 super chat. He say Willie Williams for president because you are my brother. I appreciate that right there. For real though. For real. That baby say, hold on.
Yeah, no surgeries happened in his presidency.
It's in
So
black and white.
would you still advocate for using taxpayer dollars for gender reassignment
I will
surgeries?
follow the law, just as I
But you have a
think
say
Donald
in
Trump would
this.
say he did.
You would have a say as president.
Like I said,
Say that he never advocated for that prison policy. And
we're available to on a medical
You
necessity
got to blame who's in office.
basis to people in the federal prison system. And I think, frankly, that ad from the Trump campaign is a little bit of like throwing, stones when you're living in a glass house.
The Trump aides say that he never advocated for that prison policy and no gender transition
Well,
surgeries
you know what, you got to
happened
take
during
responsible for what
his
happened in your
presidency.
administration.
Nah, I just want y'all to always remember that you got to take responsibility for what happened in your administration. And like I just had done said, every answer she gave, she blamed Trump for it. Almost every answer she gave, she blamed Trump for it. But now she just said, you have to take responsibility for what happens in your administration. That's out of our own mouth. Out of our own mouth. Let's go to another one real quick. 'Cause I can't stand it, bitch. I promise. Listen. Again, vote for who you want to vote for. I like to listen to people. And listen, we're not perfect people. I get it. And sometimes we mess up. I do understand that. But you ain't just finna sit here and just keep lying to me in my face. And I don't say like you lying to me in my face. We have another question. Something about, now listen, this is for all my Kamala supporters. this Fox News interviewer, this is a great question. I don't care who you're voting for. This is a great question. Let's see if we get a great answer for this one.
Your campaign slogan is a new way forward, and it's time to turn the page. You've been vice president for 3.5 years. So what are you turning the page from?
Ooh, what are you turning the page from? She says, time to turn the page. You've been vice president for 3.5 years, so what did you turn the page from? If this administration has been so good, what are you turning the page from, baby?
Well, first of all, turning the page from the last decade in which we have been burdened with the kind of rhetoric coming from Donald Trump that has been designed.
Did I not just tell y'all, damn near everything that she answered, she blames Donald Trump? She, for some reason, asked Donald Trump to her answer. That's not what the hell was asked of you.
The kind of rhetoric coming from Donald Trump that has been designed and implemented to divide our country.
More than 70% of people tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
No.
Oh, did y'all hear that fly shit? Listen. Listen. You say she can't blame Biden or herself because they're still in office. I understand. But remember in the last video she said you have to take responsibility for what happens in your administration. See, this is why I love listening to people's words, and we have to separate the emotions out of stuff and just listen to the words. You say, Willie, come on now. Trump does the same things. He say, let's keep it real now. You know what I like when Trump has messed up? He was called out on it. When Trump has said something that don't sound right, which is, like they say, a lot of shit, they call it out. Y'all don't hear me arguing that shit now, do you? Y'all do not hear me arguing the things that people be out here saying that Trump done said this and this, unless it's something worth arguing. Every single day you get something bad about Trump. I got it. I can't watch every goddamn thing. But we all know this right here. We all know this right here. You can criticize Trump. You can call him out for the bad things. As soon as we go to talking about KK, it's a problem. It is really a problem. Hold on. Turning the damn page. That bitch say, that baby say we got to go back because this has been a problem for decades. Baby, what is you talking about, baby? Listen.
Slogan is a new way forward, and it's time to turn the page. You've been vice president for 3.5 years. So what are you turning the page from?
Well, first of all, turning the page from the last.
Say, who does Trump blame? Trump blames Biden and Kamala. He's doing exactly what she said that you should do while you're in office. Take accountability. So he's holding them accountable for how America is now. The same thing she just said that you supposed to do in your administration.
Decade in which we have been burdened with the kind of rhetoric coming from Donald Trump that has been designed and implemented to divide our country.
More than 70% of people tell the country is on the wrong track.
The country is on the wrong track. 79% of people. Can you answer this good question for us, baby?
They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track,
yes,
That track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
Like I be trying to tell y'all, anything happens in your house and you the head of the house, you is the adult, it falls on you. You is the head. It falls on your back. Yep. Something happened to your children inside of your house, we blame you. Your children get your guns inside of your house. We blame the parents. Well, you know, they just not starting to actually hold parents accountable somewhat in some states, but it is your fault. You could have been to work. You could have been at work and something happened in your house. It's your fault. It's you have to take responsibility. You supposed to take, and she just said you supposed to take responsibility. But go ahead. Answer that little piece real quick for me, baby.
This for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
Fuck that got to do with anything.
You've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about.
No, we don't, and I know he don't know what the hell you talking about. You've been in office running this shit, and people saying that the shit bad right now, sugar. Your answer is, you know, Donald Trump has been running for office. Look, they got to do with what he said.
You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
No one knows.
Don't nobody know what the hell you talking about, sugar. And let's go to this last one, man, so I can move on from here, man. Cause listen, it's all entertainment to me. Y'all don't ever forget it.
How many illegal immigrants would you estimate your administration has released into the country over the last 3.5 years?
By how many? Due to the question, and I know, I've been to multiple colleges, never graduated smart enough to go to more than one, so I ain't got to have student debt like you. But when somebody asks you, how many of anything, we're supposed to have a number, right? We're supposed to have some type of number, 1, 1,000, 22, 36, 85, something like that. So you're supposed to respond with a number as your answer. You say Fox is Trump new show. Come on, Willie. But listen, and you could be I'm not going to even argue that right there. I'm not going to argue that right there. One thing about it, Fox did not tell her how to answer. These are her answers. So regardless of whose station or network it is, you is the one who is being questioned. It's up to you to answer. Fox News could have been owned by Trump. And if she came up there to be interviewed, we still want to hear her answers. If her answers is messed up, that's on her. If her answers is good, that's a good job.
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration because I agree with you. It is a topic of discussion that people want to rightly have. And you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but
right
do you
now,
just a
which
number?
is-
Do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Just a number, man. Do y'all see what she do? I'm glad that you asked me this question. Shit, she did the same thing on Charlemagne. She did the same thing, I think, on MSNBC and CNN. Thank you for the question. I really do appreciate you asking the question. Bitch, answer the question, though. That's a problem. Shout out to Mr. Gino for the $5 super chat. Say, Willie, babies in power been taking L's. Oh, yes. Yes. Say, so what's up, KK? For real, though. Shout out to Calvin for the $5 super chat. You say, China and Taiwan, Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Pakistan are all at war under this administration. Under Trump, there was no new wars. Facts.
Want to rightly have.
to the country over the last 3.5 years.
How many?
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration because I agree with you. It is
supposed to have been a number, baby.
It's a topic of discussion.
She's educated. Supposed to be a number, baby.
That people want to rightly have. And you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but
right
do you
now,
just a
which
number?
is-
Do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Brett, let's just get to the point.
All right.
Okay, the point is that
She's mad. Here we go.
we have a broken immigration system that needs
Under y'all administration, y'all have a broken,
that we have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished. We have
It's a
an
rough
immigration
estimate of
system
6 million people
that
have been
needs to be-
released into the country. And let me just finish. I'll get to the question. I promise you.
I was beginning to answer.
And
I was beginning to answer. I can't stand a bitch like that right there. It's I asked you for a number, answer, and then she could have elaborated. Listen, she's a lawyer, right? She know how this thing go. She's doing a thing called trying to filibuster or overtalk and talk long and shit so you can get tired of asking questions. I'm glad that he cut the bitch off. That's not what I asked you. I need a number. You know, I was just about to give you that. Bitch, it's been 6 minutes. What are we talking about? Shout out to our Dodger Trap for the $5 super chat. He says Trump been doing interviews for the last 9 years. He said we know who he is. Who is KK? She is a fraud and pushing socialist communism. Bread lines on the way. And this is why I be trying to tell people, what else can we say about Trump? She's just being introduced to us as running for president in 2024. She tried it back in 2020 and failed miserably. People forgot about that one, though. Women wasn't standing up for her then, right?
when you came into office, your administration immediately reversed a number of Trump border policies.
A number of border policies. People tend to forget. Trump was building the wall and all that fly stuff, and he wasn't letting all these little fools over here in their goddamn country. Now we have, 20 million or some shit like that right there that entered the country.
Within hours of taking the oath,
Yeah.
was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021. It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the elite. Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please? But you have to let me finish.
You
please.
had the White House and the House and the Senate.
You had the You had the White House, the House, and the Senate, all Democrat. Do y'all understand a lot of times when people say that they can't get nothing done, they often throw up, well, it was a Republican Congress at the time, or it was a Republican House or something like that. The Republicans, they shut it down and all that. Y'all do know that they had all of them? Y'all do know that they had all of them? So whatever they wanted to get passed, it should have passed? Right? See, people don't understand government, but shit has to go through Congress. Period, point blank, the House and the Senate. Got it. When you have both of them under your control, things should get passed like this right here. It should get passed like this right here because you have the majority, and the majority rules. Shout out to Jay for the $2 super chat. He said, why can't black men vote Trump, KK, husband, white? But black men, mamas, black, though. That's the problem. That's the problem.
In the middle of responding to the point you're raising, and I'd like to finish.
Yes, ma'am.
We recognized from day one that to the point of this being your first question, it is
recognized from day one.
a priority for us as a nation and for the American people.
Just play too much. Get KK off my screen. Shout out to Calvin for the $2 super chat. He say, vote your wallet and pocketbook, not your feelings. Exactly. Damn it. If your pocketbook and wallet align with KK them, then you vote KK them. Your shit align with Trump, you vote Trump. Simple. We ain't got to get all emotional. But I really do like to call people out on their BS. You ain't finna keep talking to me no any kind of goddamn way. He say, if you're from California, who knows she is. Wait. We know who she is, and what about your people stealing a business from Medicare in your state, Florida? Willie? Hell no. He say, what was his name? Tim, a Republican? Oh, who? Tim, the black dude. But he didn't steal billions though, did it? Tim, damn it, it is the black Republican. Hold on. The black Republican. I don't know. I can't. Oh. All right. Damn it. What's the black Republican name that everybody got a problem with? And he is from Florida. Hold up. Florida black Republican Congress. I guess. Dang, his name. Damn it, his name's supposed to be like Tim something. I know who you're talking about, but you say he stole $1 billion from Medicare. Who's that? Damn it, I'm trying to find his name, but I guess I got to take off Congress. Oh, so I'm thinking about Brian Daniels. I'm thinking about Brian. I don't know who Tim was though. But like, did he get arrested or something like that? Did whoever the Tim was? Oh wait, but you're not talking about Tim Scott, is you? Tim Scott? Tim Scott, the United States Senator, but he from South Carolina. Rick Scott, right? I don't know about hell, but if they if they prove that he stole, then he should be locked up, right? You say Willie doing that Fox News cut. You say I wouldn't. You say wouldn't let her answer. I sure enough hope that you watch the interview. Let me tell you something. You get really frustrated when you're talking to somebody and they keep long talking you without answering your question. You get really, really frustrated. Do y'all even understand that we would not allow people in our lives, especially like our significant other, when we is asking them a question, we would not even allow them to long talk us? If you watch that damn interview, it took her too long to answer shit, and then she didn't answer shit. I would have cut, like I said earlier, I would have cut her ass off too. I cut people off in my life when I'm talking to your ass. That ain't what I asked you. And I wish that when people doing these interviews that they check people and say, that's not what I asked you. Or that's not an answer. I wish that they would just say it like that so we can cut all the BS. Say, Willie, I hate when you do politics. Listen. There's one thing about doing news and all that fly stuff. Politics is a part. And I would be remiss if I didn't speak politics every now and then. I can't do it. But notice, this is every now and then. We got 5.5 weeks. 5.5 weeks. Let's count down. You say, why you hating? Don't hate vote. That's what's up. You said the interview was 13 minutes. You say, when it was supposed to have been 30. Yes. And listen, shit, bitch, I ain't have nowhere to be. So she gave Fox News supposed to have been 30 minutes, and if I'm not mistaken, she came late, didn't it? How disrespectful to the American people. Speaking of politics, and then I'm going to go ahead on and let y'all go. Let's go on out here to Dalton, Illinois. Super mayor up here. She running for office again.
She's facing multiple investigations, accused of misusing village funds.
Yes.
But that's not stopping Dalton Mayor Tiffany Hinyard for running for re-election.
Our Jermont Terry has been covering this saga for years and is here now with her announcement and the opponent she'll face. Jermont.
Joe and Erica, the election is not until 2025, yet Tiffany Hinyard has officially decided she wants to stay as mayor despite the cloud of controversy surrounding her.
Now listen. Shout out to Till. Shout out to Sensei for the $5 super chat. He say trying to set up the answer by explaining first versus answering and then explaining. There you go. She's running for office, right? Yes, she was late to the Breakfast Club interview too. But Charlamagne said, "Oh, it's a black thing." This bitch showed up late and he said, "It's a black thing." Something really wrong with us, dog. We be trying to be so hip hop. This shit be so stupid to me. And if y'all watch the Charlamagne interview with her, I may do that shit right there on Rumble. Yeah. Since hell, y'all don't like me talking about politics anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I might as well do what the hell I want to do out here in these streets. But look at. Listen. She's running for office. If she gets voted in, I am going to support Tiffany Henyard until she's out of office. Every time they say something bad about Tip, I'm going to defend Tip if she gets re-elected.
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution.
Back in 2021, Tiffany Henyard was sworn in as the mayor of Dalton, the youngest and first black woman to hold the position.
The first black woman in Dalton has destroyed the city. Got to be more careful.
Yet since becoming mayor, she's made headlines in what some would say for all the wrong reason. After 1 year in office in June 2022, voters recalled her. Yet Henyard fought back in the Illinois Appellate Court throughout recall votes, resulting in this celebratory Henyard at the start of a city council meeting.
You say I never ever had to pay taxes until Trump took office, so he is not for me. That's what's up.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Since then, Dalton trustees have been fighting to stop her every move. For 3 years, Henyard's spending has been called into question. Back in April, shaky cell phone video showed 4 plainclothes FBI agents at the Village Hall lobby. Subpoenas later revealed the FBI was looking into Dalton's financial records. It's led to explosive city meetings where many have called for Henyard to step aside. Yet on social media, Henyard writes, "I'm running for re-election of mayor of Dalton," adding, "If you support me and my team or would like to volunteer, inbox me." Henyard has plans to stick around despite ongoing probes, orders from judges forbidding her from making any appointments, and possible eviction from her home. And she's done her share of suing, too. Last week, she filed suit against 4 board members and the Park District. She accused them of illegally holding meetings outside of Village Hall. And while Henyard plans to seek re-election, the ticket is quickly filling up. One trustee, Jason House, has already officially announced, and others are expected to do the same before the filing deadline. In the control room, Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago.
That's a good question right there. You say, Willie, would she take a pay cut? That she signed as well, because she did say the next mayor, you will not get paid what the hell I get paid. That what that baby had to say? She couldn't pay out here in the street, but I doubt it. Hold on, damn it, I thought I had one for. Oh, all right, bam. Let's go to Chicago real quick. I'm gonna get you good people on up out of here. Look here. To all my law enforcement brothers and sisters, I would stop being a police officer in Chicago. I really would. Shout out to Calvin for the $5 super chat. He say Harris should have chose Tiffany as her running mate. Then we could say there's a black woman on the ticket. You got a good one right there. Got the bit. Now that shit would have been fire. Listen, it would have been fire as far as entertainment. It would have been beautiful for entertainment. Yes. We have a Chicago cop who could be fired over a deadly shooting. If I'm not mistaken, the family is suing over a deadly shooting. It's 34 seconds. It's a 34-second video. I want y'all to listen. The cop could be fired for a deadly shooting.
Chicago Police Board now recommending that an officer be fired for his actions in the deadly shooting of a man last year. Reginald Clay Jr. killed as he ran from police in the North Lawndale neighborhood. Now, body camera video shows him pulling a firearm from his waistband before he was shot. Tonight, the police board recommended that Officer Fernando Ruiz be fired for violating the department's policies on-foot pursuits, and de-escalation. Ruiz is still able to request another hearing or arbitration. Family and friends of Clay want the officer to face criminal charges. Chicago police.
I would resign as an officer. I would resign as an officer. Do you understand that you can be put in jail for something that this officer did? They have this thing called the new foot patrol thing that you're not supposed to lay chase or something like that right there. You can't. So if somebody just like run round and down, I can't follow. But Buddy with the tattoos on his neck, and I ain't saying people with tattoos on their neck are bad people. I just like to point it out now. They got tattoos on their neck. He comes out and pull the gun out. What did they mean?
Board now recommending.
And then the family wants the officer sued.
That an officer be fired for
fired.
His actions in the.
Look at this big ass tattoo on his neck. Oh, and Play got a tattoo on his face too. When I tell y'all, we respect the shooters.
Deadly shooting of a man last year, Reginald Clay Jr. killed as he ran from police in the North Lawndale neighborhood. Now, body camera video shows him pulling a firearm from his waistband before he was shot. Tonight, the police board recommended that Officer Fernando Ruiz be fired for violating the department's policies on foot pursuits and de-escalation.
Foot pursuits and de-escalation. He only got shot because he pulled a gun out.
Ruiz is still able to request another hearing or arbitration. Family and friends of Clay want the officer to face criminal charges.
Family want the officer to face criminal charges while their family member ran back to law enforcement and pulled a gun out. Y'all give yourselves a pat on the back. Y'all that made it to the end of the the midday news out here in these streets on this wonderful STD Friday. Man, I really do appreciate y'all for rocking with a player. I really, really do. He pulled a gun on the police and got murked. It's the police fault. It's the police fault. And I'm pretty sure that darker hue people in the community agrees that the officer needs to be fired. And they will call these same officers when their kinfolk get shot by somebody else in the community with tattoos on their shit and has a gun on them. That's what's up. It's the police fault that he did. Yeah. You say no, Willie. You say I was quiet as a use of force. I will quit as a force. Yeah. The whole force need to step down. The whole force. This should not even be an argument. And I'm pretty sure him who got shot. I'm pretty sure that he's a convicted felon. And I'm just guessing. But I believe that he is a convicted felon. With a firearm that he's not supposed to have. Running towards the police that he shouldn't have done. That he shouldn't have pulled the gun out. Shout out to Tammy for the $5 cash app. Say vote for Willie Williams in these doggone scream. Trying to tell you something. I can make change. I know how to fix the problem. And I don't like the long talk people. So I will give you a real short answer on how to fix the problem. Watch this. To fix the majority of the problems that we have in this country, hold people accountable. And that's for the majority of the problems. And I would say the majority of crimes. Hold people accountable. And I don't mean that you just arrest them and you keep them. We have to change the laws to where when you do certain things that your ass don't get out. When you do certain things, we got you on 10, 20, 25, 30 years. First offense. You do something as a minor, we giving you time. It ain't that you get to go home no more. I can fix the problem really, really fast. You say, well, it was a very good show and you have a very good commentary. You say, I see you tonight. Say, love your auntie. Say, see ya in chat. Say, I'm out of here. I appreciate that right there. Players, prostate cancer awareness round here in these streets. Say, it's just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your la and or your life. Here's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm is. That's what's up. You say, Willie, I just read the policy, wondering what the cop did wrong. Well, they did say that that he's not supposed to lay foot chase, and he's supposed to do de-escalation tactics and something. But my thing is, he ran off. Yeah, and what is the law about chasing? Can you chase or can you not chase? That shit happened in a community which in my mind was predominantly black, which predominantly is a high crime area, and the people will still blame the police. Yeah, like they should not be polices in I will say this right here, because in, let's say, the white communities, they is not having police problems. They're truly not having police problems. And in the white communities or in the upper echelon communities, they are having less crime. So it's all about the people in the damn community. Shout out to Maria E for the 499 super chat. He says, should you do the story of the black boy walking through his neighborhood, Boar hood being harassed by 3 white men? Oh. I may do that one right there later on. I'm glad that you said that right there. Black man being harassed. I saw that. Black man being harassed, and it's by what, 3-hour white brothers. Okay, we can speak on that right there a little later on then. Because I didn't watch it. Watch it. So we can watch it together. He said, no, it says that they can. Nothing about de-escalation in the policy. So like this shouldn't even be like an issue right now. I just people, man. Hey, it's just life, y'all. Listen, y'all please remember, go around to the Willie Williams Show 3 channel, watch standalone videos. I need your support around there too. He said he no longer would a person simply fleeing police be enough for an officer to pursue them, but cops who need a justification to do so, such as an unlawful use of a weapon or domestic battery. So the police, they can lay chase. But just like if you just slid up and you ain't do nothing and you run in front of police, then they can't chase you. Got it. That's what's up. But they chased him, and they chase was rightfully. He had a damn gun, and I do believe he was a felon. He said it has to be a crime committed. So we're gonna have to go back into that story maybe later on, because that was 34 seconds. So we do need some more information about that right there to see exactly why they laid chase to him. That's what we're gonna have to figure out. Y'all have a good one. I hope that y'all enjoy it, man. I'm out of here, man.